Hello, 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 ladies and gelatins. Welcome. Welcome to, well, it's almost Halloween. Not quite. Where's my spooky eyes? We are here to have a little adventure. Basically, we're going to maybe have some feelings today. That seems to be what this is going to be about. So I'm going to kind of like hang out here for now, and we'll see if that works out. I'm not really sure where to put myself because like the game doesn't take up anywhere close to the entire screen. They can like zoom in literally once more. It's kind of better. I'll just hang out here, I guess. It seems fine. Seems like there's plenty of space for me and my shenanigans over here. And yeah, this is sort of a last minute decision, and there was no like intro music to this because if I click on it, then it will have the thing. It is actually smartphone shaped, and you can play it on your smartphone, but yeah, it's not really the plan. Yes, they do actually have a fan made Polish translation. The thing is, though, as a story game, well, me translating an entire story game usually doesn't work out super great, especially one that we want to have feelings be felt. While I can definitely read it and get into it, I want to make sure that everyone here can as well. So we're going to keep it in English this time. But hey, you know, if any of these languages seem of interest to any of y'all, please do. Feelings of linguistic confusion, yes. My personal desire to play in Polish is not stronger than my desire to share feelings with people. So it like literally reminds me of the days of Flash games so far, and that's where I'm at. But yeah, so this is a free game. It's available, it's public domain even, and yet it should be quite interesting. Yeah, 30 minutes. So basically the plan today is we're going to start with this game, then we're going to switch to another game, and I'll probably just flicker the stream on purpose. Don't leave. I'll just flicker it so that way when I put it on YouTube, it'll be already like cut into two separate things. Maybe three. I don't know how long the second game takes. Either way, I have a third thing lined up, so no matter what, we're gonna be here until 22 my time. So let's give this a go, or maybe take a look at the content notes. Yes, I'll read this. Adventures with Anxiety is about, well, anxiety. But I've made this for folks with anxiety disorder like myself. I hope it can help you see with humor how anxiety works and just maybe reduce the fear of fear itself. It's also badly drawn stick figures and a hyperactive wolf enjoy. Alcohol abuse, sexuality, so much swearing. So this might, you know what, I'm not going to change to the cuss-free mode. There is that option down here on the hidden by chat. That is an option, but nah. Let's just have it be in its full cussy glory, and we'll just say that yes, while this is still technically a PG-13 stream, we're gonna relax the caring about swearing thing. And I'll just have that as a note on the YouTubes. On the YouTubes. Then again, anyone who actually watches this on YouTube will see, hey, guess what? This stream I'm not caring about swearing, so if you do, please continue. Or please continue on. You get what I mean. So yeah, here we go. Welcome. This is less of a game and more of an interactive story. Hope you like reading, sucker. So before we start, how would you like to read? Fast. In advance, speak this fast in advance on click. Nice. Great. Note you can always change options with the settings icon below. Also, game autosaves at each chapter. Now let's begin our story. This is a human. Oh, I actually want that to be slightly. Yeah, let's try the medium actually. Whoa. And this is the human's anxiety. You are the anxiety. Oh good, my wolf's back. Fantastic. Your job is to protect your human from danger. Also, I like how there's like one little dot here that's still connected to wolf that got lost somewhere. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many times that's happened to me when doing art. Red Riding Hood wolf. Yeah, actually, that is a very interesting narrative choice. Oh, Apparently if I accidentally click anywhere else, click anywhere to keep freaking out. Oh, fun. We have now found the pause button to be an interesting thing. In fact, that sandwich is putting them in danger right now. Quick, warn them. Human, listen, we are in danger. The danger is... Let your anxiety come out to play. Pick what's most similar to what your fear tells you. Eating alone for lunch. Again, we're not productive while eating. The white bread's bad for us. We're not productive while eating. We're not productive while eating. Whip out your laptop and do some work right now. I'd rather not get crumbs in my keyboard. If we're not contributing to the body of society, we're a society parasite. The society body will go to the society doctor for medication to kill their society parasites and will poop economy die. Oh my god, this is... Oh man, we've been there. Ooh! Feel it. You used fear of being a bad person. It's super effective. See, human, I am your loyal guard wolf. Trust your gut. Your feelings are always valid. Get your human's energy bar to 0 to protect their physical plus social plus moral needs. You can use fear of being harmed, fear of being unloved, and fear of being a bad person. Pro tip, play the choices that personally hit your deepest, darkest fears. You know what? Maybe it's time to check my phone. How many PP does that move cost? Oof, apparently 0. Apparently we can do it infinity times. I don't know, we have a lot of energy here. It does look like a mobile game. It can be played on a phone, but it also plays nicely in a web browser. So that's pretty much the option here we've got going on. I tried to find a way to make it any other than like phone shaped, but that's just how this game is intended. Also, hey Bulldog, how's it going? Protect your human from the world, from other people, from themselves. Good luck. Round 1, fight. Huh. Facebook feed says there's a party happening this weekend. Doesn't that weirdo throw a party every weekend? What inner void are they trying to fill? They must be deeply messed up inside. Also, I got an invite? Well then. Say yes or we'll die from loneliness. It's full of poisonous drugs. Yes or we'll die from loneliness. 60 days notice. Wow, actually that is kind of, that's like about 30 days longer than I would have expected for them. But honestly, is it required or are you just giving them that much notice? Because you're just like, oh wow, I mean, I want to say, is that legal? But the fact is, you can do so much shenanigans that shouldn't really be super legal, but definitely somehow are in the States, so get you. But are you excited about moving to a different place? Is it something that's going to be good, or is it mostly a relief, or is it something that's stressful for you? No one will show up at our funeral. They'll dump our ashes into the ocean. We get eaten by a whale, and we become whale poop. Unloved. So yeah, we should go to that party. Just bring the laptop so we can do work and not be a society parasite. Oh, we remembered. God, if it'll make you shut up, fine. Say yes. Whale poop, human. Whale poop. Anyway, Facebook's too much. I need something calmer, less anxiety producing. It was flooded. Oh God. You have 60 days notice? You have to give them 60-day notice when you're living in a place that is straight up unlivable for humans? What about mold? What about, oh, I don't know, all of the massive amount of problems with damage to your items, etc.? Oh my God. Oh, my anxiety, I don't know. I would not say I have an anxiety disorder. anymore, or that I don't struggle with anxiety the same way anymore. But when I do struggle with anxiety, when I have anxiety moments, it forces me to do things. Do things. Continue living in a room that suffered significant. Wow, 6 risk the feels. See, that feels illegal to me. That feels very illegal. Also, I'm just realizing that this game might be a little loud, so I'm gonna turn it down a smidge more than it was before. There we go. I think that's much nicer. What's new on Twitter? Oh god, no. Oh god. That horror. Hey, a gif of cat drinking milk. Horrible news story. God, it feels like the world's burning, isn't it? It feels like it's all ending. Like everything's dying and we're doomed and there's nothing we can do about it. Let's retweet that story. Their maintenance team says it's safe. Wow. Well, unfortunately, they're going to get by the fact that it is surprisingly hard for people who are stuck living in that kind of situation to be the people who are going to sue them. And they're a big company, so they're more likely to win. And so, yeah, they're going to risk it because the amount of money they make by not doing much anything about it. Man, that just makes me super mad. Let's add that to the Anxiety Wolf. Anxiety Wolf thinks that that's terrible, and also the world should not be allowed to be this way. But it is somehow because reasons, and there's nothing we can do about it. Hooray! Harm. Okay, I'll retreat it. We tweet. Just please be quiet. Screw it. Let's look at Snapchat. Huh, photos from yesterday night. So that's what those weekly parties are like. Oof, looks way too crowded for my anxiety. Maybe I shouldn't have said yes to the invite. Wait, we retweeted without fact checking. Also, we can't change our answer. Also, we treated. Ooh. Oh, no. Change our answer? Like a jerk? They were counting on us to come home, and now we're betraying their trust. Do you want to die alone? Is this cuss-free? No, this is not cuss-free mode. I feel like if I click this, though, it might actually, like, reload the whole game. Well, Pope. I feel like this might be cuss-free mode, just on default. No. Actually, I can't really check it. Where are profanity? Shut up. I'll keep it as yes. Whatever. New Tinder notification. Oh god, Tinder. What? That hookup app? It's not a hookup app. It's just a way to meet new people. It's a hookup app. Oh, we got a match. They look cute. Please don't ruin this for me. Danger! Stranger danger. We're just using other people. You think other people's genitals are Pokemon for us to collect? I feel like this is the cuss-free mode, but it's still really funny, so it's fine. Pokemon theme song. Be allowed 30 seconds. I wanna be the sluttiest no one ever was. Dice nest for I can't do it. Sing it if I don't know it. Fluff juice pressed with a sweaty dick and balls. No, it's a custom mode. Pervy mon. Gotta catch them all. Point is, we're a manipulative creep. I'm so sick of this game. We're a society parasite. The world is burning. A crappy parody song. I just want to live my life. I just want to be free from all this pain. Hey, human. It'll be okay. As your loyal guard wolf, I'll always keep an eye out for danger and do my best to keep you safe. I promise. Last app, Instagram. What you got? It's more party pictures. Everyone looks so happy, free from worry, free from anxiety. God, why can't I be like them? Why can't I just be normal? Speaking of parties, about this weekend's invite, here's my final decision. We should go. We should... Fuck! You! What? I'm going to say yes to that party. Not because you want me to, but because I want to. You're not in control of me. Now excuse me while I eat this delicious sandwich in goddamn peace. We found the vanity. Social anxiety disorder and executive dysfunction wolf. Oh man, if it was also executive dysfunction wolf, whew, wonder what happens if you press no. I feel like it's the same. I feel like it's the same because she didn't even listen. She didn't listen to us. How dare. We're gonna die. Everyone hates us. We're horrible people. We're horrible people. Congratulations! You've successfully protected your human's physical plus social plus moral needs. Why look, how grateful they are. Now that their energy is 0, you can directly control their actions. Pick your ending move. Finish them. Nope, don't punish the phone. We're gonna curl up in a ball and cry. The whole world is filled with danger. Do like the armadillo, curl up into a ball for self-defense. Curl up and cry, curl up and cry, curl up and cry. What if we're missing content? I don't know. What if we are missing content? Best thing about executive dysfunction is scheduling therapy to get a counselor requires, you guessed it, executive dysfunction. Hey, guess why I haven't scheduled finding a psychiatrist here in Warsaw? That's right, executive. Well, that and also I had whooping cough. But like, yeah, no. It's hard. Yeah, you try to schedule it while on meds, but then you need your meds to actually do like work and stuff. So then you use your meds to do work. So then after work, you can totally do the thing, right? Because then you have time after work. But then now it's after work and you have no energy and no more meds. Yes, obtain meds by getting prescribed by the counselor you haven't visited, or self-medicate with caffeine. Nothing bad has ever come from caffeine, not ever, or any other self-medicated object. Drug. Meds. Yeah. Ball. You win! What happened? Wait, but did you see that news story about that horrible thing that happened somewhere? Hi. God, I hate the news. It's all sensationalism and clickbait. Nice party. True, but they're just following incentives. The real problem is people who click the clickbait. Who would retweet a terrible news story and make all their friends feel bad? Ugh, I know, right? Round 2, fight. Oh, nice. Actually, that reminds me, first of all, I have tea waiting for me. And second of all, so I have been introduced to a new beverage that I really liked. It's supposed to be game over. No, apparently there's more. A new beverage that I super like that I don't have a translation for, actually, because it seems to be very mid and Eastern European. So it's kwas chlebowy, which basically, if I were to translate it literally, would be bread acid. But it's not bread acid. That doesn't even make sense. Well, it's delicious though. So basically, how I would describe it is non-alcoholic fermented drink made from the same kind of like wheat and grains and stuff you would otherwise use to make bread. And it's really good. It's sweet, but it's also like gently sour and stuff. Oh yeah, you can also Google kvass with like that with a V and 2 S's. You could definitely find it. It's usually even spelled that way here too. It's really nice. I have no idea if you can find it like anywhere else. And also if you can find it, doesn't mean you're gonna find a good one because not all of them are delicious. It is not kombucha. It does not taste like kombucha. But fermented drinks are good. This one, it kind of tastes like a more delicious version of a beer, depending. It's like a more delicious version of beer, but it's also kind of like root beer, and it's also kind of like sarsaparilla. Like it's somewhere in that kind of family of beverages. It's definitely like a soft drink that's less aggressively sweet than soda. It is non-alcoholic, which is one of the first things, yeah. I want your AI assistant to speak Polish. Of course. I mean, to be fair, that would be very awesome, right? Kwas chlebowy. Kwas chlebowy jest smaczny, pyszny I warto pić. Podpiwek I kwas chlebowy to samo? Oh, what is podpiwek? I don't actually know what podpiwek is. That's a new word for me. Basically, yeah, people are asking if word I don't know and the kwas chlebowy are the same. Are these things the same? Well, I don't even know what the first one is, so I couldn't tell you. Maybe Kira knows. But fascinating. I mean, hey, you never know. Maybe that's just how, like, if you type kwas chlebowy, maybe they're just like, oh, obviously you're Polish. Here's some Polish for you. Fun. All right, back to the party. Round 2 fight. I know, they all hate us. Were you oogling the redhead? I was. Hey, I mean, that wouldn't make me feel anxious though. So I feel like it's like, hey, let's talk about the meaning of life. This is generally what I end up doing at parties and stuff, is I'm like, hey, who wants to talk about anything? It's a bit different. Difference is how it's made. Wait, so like it's how it's made, but like it tastes similar, or does it taste different, or? And at the end of it all, what can we possibly do that really matters? Contribute to humanity? All great works decay the way of Ozymandias. Love? Death will always do it part. And how much death there is. We will die. Our loved ones will die. Heck, the second law of thermodynamics means even our universe will die. Oh, death makes us appreciate life. That's like saying slavery is good because it makes us appreciate freedom. Oh, you need to make your own meaning? That's what cultists and conspiracy theorists do. Oh, that is true. That's a good point. You know, Anxiety's making some good points here. Life has no meaning. Death has no meaning. Even meaning has no meaning. What is a mortal soul supposed to... Can you hear me, human? Oh, are we drunk? I must warn you about a different moral danger. Different moral danger. There's always more. But if we're drunk, maybe we don't even notice it. People are dying in famines and genocides right now, and we're just partying. A wise person once said the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good folks to do nothing. Beer courage. Beer goggles is a different thing, but it is like liquid courage is what you're looking for. Liquid courage. That's the phrase of like basically you do kind of stop feeling the anxiety if you have enough alcohol, but then you get sad instead because it's still a depressant and you're still you. So unless you're real good at aiming yourself in the right direction, you're still gonna have feelings. We're doing nothing. By partying, we're helping Hitler. Oh, thank goodness, human, I think you can hear me again. I shall warn you about a different moral danger. A different moral danger. What if we are just fundamentally rotten? Others have an inner drive to do goodness, but we only do good out of guilt or shame, if at all. What if it's in our nature to hurt others? What if we can't be anything other than a burden to those close to us? Oh, ooh, that's a spicy one. That's a spicy one. Ah, we're broken, so broken, so broken, so broken. Fack. Fucking fackity fack. Yay, human, I'm so happy you can hear me again. Why were you ignoring me? Holy hell, you absolute moron. You know that Native American story? There are two wolves inside you. One is hope, one is despair. Which wolf wins? The one you feed. I was trying to starve you, you sadistic asshole. Screw it. I'll do positive affirmations instead. I am loved. I am good. I am smart. I am beautiful. I am special. Exactly. It is our nature to be selfish. However, it is also in our nature, as part of our nature, to feel good by helping others and by doing good things. Like it is in our nature to be selfish, but it's also in our nature to help others. Like both are true. Both are true and both can be true at the same time. Surprise, surprise, it's all still true. I'm loved by whom? It's not about by who. First of all, you love yourself first. Loving yourself is the most important thing ever. But then yeah, actually, definitely there's way more people that appreciate you than you think. That's always true. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like if you, oh no, did you feel good because you did something good? It's fine. You're allowed to feel good because you did a good thing. Just don't don't turn it into a thing to be like, I'll show other people like I did this thing. Don't virtue signal all over the place, but like enjoy it. You know, affirmations were, no, they weren't. Well, I mean, you can't just say nice things, but that's, no, I don't believe that. None of these tickle that spot that would hit me. It would be like, do you actually believe those things? That's the one I would go with. But it's not here. It's not here, do you actually believe that? So we're gonna go the closest thing I get here. Anxiety wolf should be disproven. Yeah, I wanna try the middle one, but it's not. Yeah, I just wanna see. You know, affirmations were disproven. In fact, they actually backfire for people with low self-esteem. Okay, if it goes that way, where like if you keep telling yourself these things and you don't feel it, you just feel like you're lying to yourself if you have low self-esteem. All right, yeah, that makes sense. But like there is the like, you know, it is all fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. It was a well-designed study, randomized controlled trial. Experimenter was blinded as to who was in which group. That's not enough. Results, if you already had low self-esteem, being asked to repeat affirmations makes you feel worse than if you'd said nothing at all. Still fair. Hello, Minty Cow, welcome. Welcome to the panic room. Wood 2009, a psychological science. Look it up on Google Scholar Human. Then stop spreading unscientific fake news. Yes, damn it. You know what? You're irrational. Everyone knows emotions are irrational, especially fear. Ooh, no, we got one for that. That's not true. You're a useless evolutionary leftover like my appendix or wisdom teeth. Partially true. Hell, this whole wolf metaphor is stupid. You're just a bunch of neurochemicals in my head. So why should I listen to a worthless, irrational, non-existent piece of shit like you? Human, we're both just chemicals. I'm a feeling. Feelings are, or that's really hurtful. No, this is true, but it's not as good as I think, like, feelings are valid or we're both just chemicals. chemicals. The just chemicals things doesn't really do it for me because everyone's like, oh, it's just chemicals. Nah, man, everything is chemicals. All things are chemicals. That's not how that works. But feelings are valid. Exactly, right? Like, having written a thesis, I saw a lot of very flawed studies. Learned a lot about how so many studies are flawed, and it's bad. It's bad, you guys. It's real bad out there. And the feelings are valid. Hang on. They said the feelings are valid, that you should always accept your emotions. But they also say emotions are irrational, that emotions are not to be trusted. Oh my gosh, they have been lying to us this whole time. They feed us contradictions to make us dependent on the self-help industrial complex. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Right? Like, it really only takes like 1 or 2 classes of just seeing and realizing how flawed everything is. This lemon cookie's like, lemon cookie. I haven't had a cookie in so long. I had a Twix bar today. It was nice. Pew. I hate this. God, it hurts so much. I hate this. I can't appease you. I can't ignore you. I can't fight you. No matter what I do, I can't seem to get rid of you. Well, maybe you're not supposed to get rid of me. How do you think I feel, human? I'm trying my best to be your guard dog, but you keep seeing me as some big bad wolf. You actually do generally want to, if you have the anxieties, one of the better things to do is to, like, metaphorically hug it. Metaphorically be like, basically, you want to treat it like it's your inner child in a way. Because it is like a coping mechanism from childhood. You want to basically like give it a hug. Like, imagine giving a hug internally is just the thing of like, hey. It's like you say, okay, things are hard. Stuff is there. Like, it's valid. It's okay though. It's okay. You have to give yourself the same comfort you needed as a child, but you have to do it to yourself. And it is a thing that takes a lot of time and effort to get there. But you can sit there and be like, oh God, you're having a whole, like, and sometimes you have like anxiety attacks, which maybe this is especially representing of like being like really assaulted by stuff. And you just go, okay, this is a thing that is happening right now. There's a lot of stuff going on all at once, but it is temporary. I will be okay. I will get through this. But you have to be like, take a couple steps back and like take care of your physical needs. It's actually like always the order of operations. If you feel like this, take care of your physical needs. Make sure you are blinking enough. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Make sure you're eating enough food. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. And I know that some of those are more long-term things. Some of them can be solved pretty quickly though. And then, yeah, social needs, et cetera, et cetera. Like, you just try to keep working up that hierarchy as best you can. But always start with those other needs first. And be careful with things like alcohol, actually. Because it really does just make you sad afterwards. Found the best disarming phrase of anxiety is the meme of sad guy in a Spider-Man mask caption. My therapist told me I don't have superpowers. It's called anxiety, not my Spidey sense. That is true. That is also true. It is not a superpower. But it is a part of you. It's just, it's the same thing, like you can't give it so much power over you, but you also can't just fight against it, because the harder you fight against it, like the stronger it becomes. There's so much, like you gotta come to terms with it. You gotta be friends with it. And sometimes if it's real bad, you do need some medication help for a while to basically build the habits and coping mechanisms without also being actively like assaulted and in fight or flight mode. Jolt of energy coupled with information. Oh yeah. Oh no. Anxiety also has no leggies, but has arms. Yeah. Use energy and information in a constructive way. Exactly. Like, if you're worried about all these things constantly, you have to either, like, for example, if you're worried, oh my God, there's famines, there's all these things, like, if you really want to make a difference in the world, if you feel bad about not making a difference in the world, either you have to fully accept that you're not going to do anything about it because it's not your priority and it's not your calling in life, or make a plan to do something, to be doing something for it. If it's like doing a fundraiser or taking a part in some kind of activity groups, or like activist groups, etc. Like, if you have these feelings, it's a part of you, and you have to think, do I feel bad because I don't want to do these things? Like, do you feel bad because you don't want to help the earth? Do you feel bad because, like, for example, you don't want to go vegan, or you don't want to X, Y, or Z? Or do you actually like think that, is it about how other people view you, or is it about how you view yourself? You really got to like listen to yourself, like, is this how I view me? Do I actually feel like I'm out of alignment with myself? Do I need to do something to feel more the kind of person I want to be and the kind of person I can be proud of? If so, make a plan, make a change. And if you can't, make a plan about when you can, or fully accept that you can't and give yourself reasoning. Okay, I can't do these things because, you know, I'm not going to change the government because I don't want to get into politics. It's okay. You don't have to. I do love the metaphor so much, though. Like, honestly, anxiety wolf is that might become like a little staple in my brain. Polish favorite way of dealing with energy complaining. Yeah, actually, this is something that is really interesting about like Polish culture, is that like it is like, oh, Polish people love complaining. But I've actually kind of noticed I like being one of those people too, because it's not just complaining, it's criticizing. It's always just like, this is how we bond. We can both be like, oh man, it's so blank today, or oh man, the construction's taking so long, or it's so loud, or the neighbors, whatever. Like, you can bond over these things that are bad. You can also bond over things that are good. And both are important. But it's really easy to have a shared moment of complaint with someone in Poland. Very easy. It's a good way to start. Thanks, Industrial. I'm anxious about so many things. But you kind of go, it's not me. And it's okay that it's not me. And it's okay that I'm not doing everything. And it's okay that I can't do everything. I can't be everything. I can't do everything. I can't be expected to do that. Like, if you're struggling with just like going to a party and existing, it's super okay that you're not also literally fighting the bad guys and not changing the entire world, and not like, you know, raising millions of dollars and eating the rich and all that stuff. Like, it's okay. And it's hard, especially like I noticed that this is taking place in a college. It's hard to be in college and be constantly exposed to more and more information about how fucked everything is, but also be and feel completely powerless to do anything about it, while also being told that this is the place. Like in college, you're at this place where you're like, this is where you get to make the choice about the influence you're going to have on the world. It's not true. It's kind of true, but it's not entirely true. Like, sure, if you choose underwater basket weaving, you can't also be a nuclear physicist. Yet, you can always go back. You can always go back to school. Like, you can change your mind later, and also you chose underwater basket weaving for a reason. Like, it's okay that we don't all have the exact same calling. Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, and also, wait, I think we talked about this on stream. I'm going to mention it again anyways, though. Like, I was going to say, oh yeah, and our brains don't develop until 25. But I literally found out, like, recently that study that's not the conclusion of the study. That's just when they stopped measuring when people's brains stopped developing. Like, that's just when they stopped the study when people hit 25. It was a long-term study. We don't know when brains stop developing. They might kind of develop forever, and in some ways they do. I have seen some things where, like, certain aspects of your brain are always still, like, changing and growing and developing. Like, it's like a white matter, gray matter difference thing. Sure, and age does have some effects, but, like, 25 is some magic number. But, like, oh man, there's a lot of hormonal stuff. There's a lot of things. And, like, when you're in college, you don't really have your own income. You don't really have stability. You don't really have much anything. You're just there for the hope that it'll be okay, for the hope that you're going to graduate, for the hope you're going to get the job, for the hope you're going to get some stability in your life. But like, following the life script doesn't take you to the place, like, doesn't take you to like some place where then everything's totes cool. And a lot of people take a lot of different times to get to the place where they can feel stable. And like, this is an important part of like growing out of the being a child and into being an adult, but like, you're still kind of a child in so many ways. Yeah. Yeah. Your brain, you absolutely, not everyone gets dementia either. Like, you can absolutely keep focusing on and learning things or whatever. Like, we lose the level of neuroplasticity that children have, but hey, there are literally drugs that are neuroplastogens. They're also hallucinogens, which is why they've been banned and, you know, drug wars, because literally because Reagan hated the hippies. Like, literally, that's why hallucinogens, and Reagan hated the hippies and the blacks. Which, yeah, just saying it the way he would, but like, it was super racist and super against people who were anti-war. And turns out that like, so many drugs can expand your mind in ways that they don't like. And it's not like, oh my gosh, everyone should be taking all these. No. Not what I mean. What I mean is, these things should be studied and fully understood instead of ignored. Sort of like, you know, the same way that we just ignored studying women medically for decades, years, most of the time. We still do in so many ways, because, you know, women are just smaller and weirder men, right? No, it's literally half the population. What? Yeah, exactly. A lot of studies will focus on like one thing, because that's how you get published. That's how you get your paper cited, which is the only thing that matters. Oh God, no. We're not going to go Joe Rogan here. Some people do benefit from like microdosing daily for a long period of time. I'm not going to be the one to judge how people attempt to help themselves, especially in a place where medication is like, you know, medication is not only extremely expensive, but also like full of political shenanigans, like for similar reasons why, hey, why is there an amphetamine shortage for people with ADHD in America? Is it because of these weird limitations of how much we're allowed to sell it, because we're worried about people getting addicted to it, even though it's a thing that people need? And also, like, for example, apparently like methamphetamine, like the legit, like the scariest amphetamine. Like, I read a story online about it. Like, you can get it prescribed. It's apparently almost impossible, but you can. It does exist. There is a medical version of it. And it doesn't have even the same kick in the medical dosages as like Adderall and the other things. Like, they give you more of a boost, more of a kick, whereas like methamphetamine, the scariest sounding one, is apparently just chill. It just, to the point where the guy was like, yeah, I switched back to like Adderall because I missed the kick in the morning that made me go. And I'm like, wow. That says so much to me, that like literally it just has so much to do based on the stupid marketing, based on the idea of what these things do, the perception of these chemicals, that we judge people, that we judge like and make laws and all this stuff. It's absolutely crazy. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I have a lot of really strong feelings about smoking. Like, a lot of really, really strong feelings about it. But like, yeah, you can't really tell them, you can't really just be like, oh, it's really bad for you. You know, like, they know, they've already decided they don't care about that. You got to do something else. The thing about like helping someone quit smoking is they kind of just got to want it for themselves. They kind of just want to do it on their own. And it just, don't make it like your personal journey to like, don't make it your personal responsibility to try to help someone quit. Basically, it's the same thing with any kind of thing. Like, you can't force someone to make healthy choices. You can't force someone. You can't even hold someone's hand and take them to making healthy choices. You really can't. Yeah, I have zero interest in having smoke near me and in public locations. This is one thing I actually prefer about the US versus here, is that like there's laws about how far away you need to be from doors or for smoking. And especially right now when I have lung damage. Like I have legit lung damage. When I walk by smoke clouds, my chances of coughing are less than they were before, but still really, really high. It hurts to breathe smoke. It is excruciatingly uncomfortable. And it will, and if I'm actually like in a smoke cloud of actual cigarette smoke, I will cough. It's just, it's not like how far away it was before. It was like, oh, in 100 feet away from someone, I feel like I'm going to end up coughing. Smelling it on the air would make me cough. Now I have to actually be in the cloud of smoke. Hooray, progress. Is it awful still? Yeah, because people just smoke and walk because the thing I hate about smoking is just the complete mindlessness of it. Go to your little corner and do it somewhere on purpose. Whatever. Mindlessly, just like not even thinking about it, just this oral fixation. No. How much it affects everyone else is just, nope. I don't think vaping made it worse. I don't think it made anything better. I don't know if it made it worse. To be fair, I only came here after vaping already was a thing, so I don't know. Don't know. Anyways, back to anxiety. Hey, why don't we feel bad about not playing the game while we're talking instead? No, I actually don't. I don't. It would be in the style of the game, but I don't feel bad about doing that. That's totally as much as I want. Yeah, and the thing about like smokers just don't, it's not, they just think it's not their problem because if it's outside, it's totes cool though. It's not. I like can't eat outside now. I cannot eat outside anymore. First of all, because it's cold, but now because everyone outside just like, someone could just sit at a table next to me and just start smoking. And they'd be like, but it's outside though, it's fine. Like, it's literally not, it's super not. So I try even harder to alert you to danger, more danger, different danger, but no matter how hard I try to protect you, you still think I'm your enemy. What am I doing wrong? I know I suck at my job, but I'm trying, human. I'm trying. You don't have to heed my warnings, or agree with me, or even like me. All I want is for you to be patient with me. I just want for you to sit with me for a while instead of turning away and... Hey. Looks like you're caught in a fight with yourself, kid. Was it that obvious? You were, mumbling at your hoodie about Hitler or something? Smokers and friends are very, very... Yeah. No, some people are super, super good about it. And that doesn't bother me. That's fine, right? It's the people who aren't considerate that I'm just like, you're also just not a considerate person. And there's just a lot of not considerate people who are also smokers, and it's not a good combo. Smoking is considered uncool amongst young people. Reduced perceived. Yeah, no, unfortunately. Okay, you know what? I'll give you that. Vaping, definitely, unfortunately, being targeted to young people was real smart for nicotine people, but really a terrible, terrible thing. No, it's totally safe, you guys. It just smells like strawberries and cinnamon and cake. It's totally fine, and you get addicted. Hooray! Vaping, making it so we can't just get rid of one of the worst things human society made normal, smoking. Oh God, I'm such a mess. Hey, you're not alone, friend. Anxiety's super common. Heck, just yesterday I heard someone curled up into an armadillo ball and cried in public. Listen, I know what it's like to have that animal in your head. We all do. That's why I throw these parties every weekend, to forget our worries, forget that animal, but my anxiety. Don't worry, kid. I used to be like you. But then I found a little trick to get that negative voice to shut up forever. The drugs? Oh, it's drugs. My own specialty blend. It's a bit stronger than, well, anything legal, really. Bottoms up, biatch. Don't take drinks from strangers. This is a bad coping mechanism. What an exquisite palette of full-bodied flavor of shut your mind up with a subtle aftertaste of never feel anything ever again. This is bad, human. This is really, really bad. I'm gonna holy gum magicians instead. I mean, more kids having bubblegum. Yeah, bring back bubblegum. Actually, yeah, bring back bubblegum, bring back blowing bubbles, bring back that being a thing that teenagers do. It's basically almost not unhealthy. Blech. So awful. So terrible. Yeah, no, we took damage from the alcohol. I was saying before, but well. This is actually how addiction starts. Like bubble tape. Yes, please. Bubble tape, double bubble. Let's do it. Delicious and cheaper than therapy. Human, please stop. And what are you gonna do about it, asshole? I'm so sorry, human. I'm going to have to use my special attack. Bad person. What's this crap? You're gonna yap more stupid words at me too. Oh. What the hell was that? Sorry, I needed to show you the consequences. I could hear the crunching of ribs. I could taste the blood in the air. Sorry, human. Finish them. Let's get out of here. He knew all these partygoers were deeply messed up. That's not true. They all dull their pain with horrible things. And they're tricking you into doing the same thing. They're corrupting you. We need to get out. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. You alright, kid? Sorry, I have to run. Damn it. Animal one today, huh? No, just gotta run a marathon. Gotta go fast. Come to my party next weekend, cutie. I'll make something even stronger for you. Okay, thanks, gotta run. You and me, kid, we'll show that beast who's boss. The sour bubble tape, oh my gosh, yes. Bubblegum funny said, give kids back baby bottle pop and the weird. Get do candy. Like, listen, sugar's not great for you, but it is so much better than smoking. Started smoking heavily when I came to Poland, switched to vaping, not doing any of that nowadays. Okay, as someone who went through this journey, why would you start smoking on purpose? Why? Like, why? It's like, literally, like, even if we're not talking about the health reasons, just this financial, like, why? Naruto demon relationship. Might be. Vodka scandal. Packaging vodka like the kitty juice. Oh, that's bad. Human, are you okay? Gosh, that was close. We really could have. Oh. Coming back to the party next weekend. The next time we fight, I'm not just going to defeat you. I'm going to fucking kill you. You, win. Mostly being a bad person. Being harmed was once. Oh no, it's very sad. It's very intense. Cheers. On a roof. That hits the spot. I did half an hour. I mean, it would be half an hour if I didn't stop, you know, if I didn't stop to have conversations about this stuff. You know, kid. Specifically, the spots hit are on my left and right amygdala. You remind me of myself when I was younger, back when I was tormented by the animal in my head. I'm so grateful I can pay it forward and help you kill the beast the way I killed mine. Hey, quick question, truth or dare? Dare! Good. Okay, you see that baby blue swimming pool down there? Yeah, 6 floors down? Oh god, no. Jump in. Wait, what? The animal started whining, hasn't it? Oh no, it's dangerous, don't do it. But that's exactly why we need death-defying thrills. Party hard, carpe diem, snort coke off a hooker's ass, YOLO. Show the animal we don't give two dicks about its bitching. Jump in. Sometimes, fear is a point. I'm sorry, did you fall for that McMindfulness propaganda that claims feeling bad is good? The assholes who run this world give the rest of us anxiety and depression, then make TED Talks to tell us to accept being fucked over and embrace that sadistic demon in our heads. Kid, I know that you know that animal hurts people like us. It tortures people like us. It's not our friend. It's a rabid beast, which either needs to be tranquilized or have a bullet put in its skull. So, like, this person, you know, these other people here are just like, you just, you know, stepping on them, leaning on them. They're not even people. Otherwise, you're gonna let it win. No, you're wrong. Not gonna let it win. Fuck yeah. I believe in you, babe. Kill it. No, 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 no. This chapter has 2 possible endings. One is very, very bad. Oh geez, Summer officially starts with a German tries to jump into a pool with tragic consequences. Yeah, don't jump into pools, people. I mean, not, you know, from a distance, but for the most part, actually, kind of don't jump into pools. Unless it's, you know, a diving board on a diving place. It's very, very specific. Message makes me anxious. Me too, but I think that's the point. No, 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 no. Choose wisely. Protect your human. Ah! Good luck. Human, you could actually die here? You know, I might have believed you. You even tried that a zillion times before. You're the wolf who cried wolf. Fear of harm. Can't even use her special move. You tried that too. Human, please. Oh, I'm sorry Big Pharma doesn't approve of my self-medication. Look, asshole, we all have a way of shutting you the fuck up. Some people throw themselves into work. Some people throw themselves into sex, drugs, and refreshing their Facebook feed. Some people throw themselves into other people. I'm gonna throw myself into that swimming pool. Okay, I admit it. I messed up. Exactly, trying something we haven't done before. Oh wow, is that the biggest fucking understatement of the century? Yeah, you rotting pile of blood-coated shit, you messed the fuck up. Any other remarks, Captain Obvious? I've hurt you. I was so obsessed with making sure nothing else hurt you that I didn't realize I was creating the hurt. No, shit. God damn, it really took you this long to finally figure it out? You could have saved us so much trouble, you big fluffy dumbass. Why didn't you realize this sooner? I feel like just I'm sorry. Yeah, well, this is a dumb idea anyway. I only did this to mess you up, and, well, I messed you up. Let's just call this round a tie, okay? Okay. Okay. Tie. Oh, come on. After all that animal's done to you, you're just giving up? What's the matter, kid? Are you scared? Yeah. I'm scared. And that's okay. It's okay to be scared. Did they just lock the door? Lake tears. Game auto-saved. So what the hell was the moral of the story? What did we even learn? I was being stupid. My friends were using me and we almost freaking died. Not to mention the liver damage. We definitely shaved a few years off our life expectancy. But at least we still have a life expectancy. We survived. Despite everything, we're still here. Seem pretty calm considering we just had a near-death experience. Well, it makes everything else less scary in comparison. It's also got me thinking, if me fighting you sucks because it doesn't protect you, but me fighting you also sucks because it just makes you yell louder, then maybe we don't have to fight? I'm not a big bad wolf, but I'm not a guard wolf either. I'm a battered shelter dog. We've been through rough stuff, maybe trauma or neglect. That's why I sometimes overreact and go, bark. But I don't want to be a cowardly dog. I want to protect you. I want to be a good dog. Human, you help me tame this wolf? Help tame this wolf. I'll try. Okay. Healthy relationship with emotions. Relationships need communication. So let's communicate. The next 5 minutes are gonna sound super cheesy, but let's fake it till we make it. Dear inner wolf, how are you feeling? Total fears used. Harmed, 2. Unloved, 2. Bad person, 8. What fear do you want to talk about first? Oh, you can do the others later. Oh. Not only is this a neat moral, but it's like, hey, let's discuss this. I'm scared we're bad people. I mean, I did do it 8 times, so. I want to defend your moral needs. That drive to become a better person, but it just feels like deep down we're so fundamentally broken. And don't tell me we're not messed up. We almost jumped off a roof. I don't know, enough of me choosing what to say next. What do you say, human? So we're broken, let's fix us. We could slowly build better habits, get our life more in line with what we value. See, this is what I was saying before. Moral needs. Actually, yes, you do have moral needs. Everyone has moral needs. It's literally this thing of like, you gotta be in alignment with yourself. And part of that is your own personal moral needs. Some people call it like your spiritual needs, and you can call it that too, but spiritualism unfortunately has a lot of other connotations, so. Like, thank you. It's neither committing to fixing anything nor accepting it. I think that's a totally valid choice too. Me, I'm a fixer. I always try to constantly fix and make things better. That's how I roll. And I think that that's important, that everyone has a different path to their, I guess, how they want to interact with their inner wolf. And if needed, we can get professional help, a therapist or counselor. There's ways to fix us. We can't afford professional help. Nope. What if we can't fix it all? What if we fix... No. What if we can't fix it all? Nah, I guess you're right. We can't fix it all. I knew it will always be broken. But we can at least be less broken. Scars heal with time, but they never go away. That's okay. Learn to talk to the wolf, as it were. Game shows it fairly well. Yeah, exactly. And it's actually something I mentioned even very early on, too. It's very much about, like, coming to terms with your own inner child, your inner wounded child, effectively. And also the fact that, like, that never goes away. You're always going to need to learn coping mechanisms. And coping mechanisms you probably weren't taught as a child about how to actually handle your own emotions. One of the many reasons anxiety can become overwhelming is not being taught how to handle your emotions when you're young. Because you didn't have a good example. I guess. Besides, autism, ADHD, anxiety, together it's a scream. It's funny because, like, the more A's, the smaller the battery is. So, like, you can use that as a metaphor to just be like, here's how much energy I have. It's less for each of these A's. Scars are sexy. Please do not do that. Anyway, anything else you want to chat about? I'm scared we'll be alone. I want to make sure you fulfill that deep human need to belong. But I worry that if anyone ever knew us, the real us, we'd scare them all away. Ooh, buddy, well, I guess that's a real common fear then. It must be, because they can't read my mind. But it's interesting because it might be actually the combination of bad person plus being alone right here. Like, this might not be the only version it has of being alone, right? Yeah, exactly. There's not really such thing in real life. Oh yeah, I love Night in the Woods. I didn't stream it, but I played it already, so I can't really stream it because I already know everything. So it's not great for that. But I would recommend Night in the Woods to absolutely everyone. It's phenomenal. It's so phenomenal. Again, back to you, human. Did I do the other route? No, I didn't go back and do the other route, but, like, I really liked my route, so doing it again would just not feel right to me. Maybe some years later, or maybe I'll show it to someone and I'll get to watch them play, and that'll be my way of experiencing it again. What do you think? I think people like us. Let's find out. We could try some experiments. We could ping a friend to hang out and reconnect with an old pal, or even just chat with a barista. I think we may find we're more likable than we suspect. Small talk isn't the real us. No, I got, I've come to terms very much with the social, but let's see. Okay, this weirdly might be the closest to how I used to feel about these things. Small talk isn't the real us, it's fake. If we put on a shallow smile, we'll never really connect with anyone. Oh boy, there's a yep. Oh boy, being a burden. This game very much, listen, it's free, it's available, public domain. Please, if you're interested, give it a shot and click on your actual fears. Like, this game goes in multiple directions. But if we open up, other people will see all our messed up insides. Roll over. What? When dogs want to show love and trust, they make themselves vulnerable by exposing their belly. Maybe we're not yet secure enough to be too vulnerable, but with enough training, one day we can show people the real us, all messed up, all human. I'll roll over if you give me a treat. No. So anything else on your heavy heart? Yeah, honestly, one of the best things about being in game studies is you can explore fantastic experiences like this game. Like, you can have deep conversations about things because you can have a basically a safe place to experience a facsimile of it. I feel like I shouldn't mention it, but when I had the dark thoughts, I tried pushing people away. Common argument for not doing it would be painful things for others. So that's actually really, really common. And even when it doesn't get to like the worst aspect of it, but like I've noticed for me that even when I'm having like a not great time internally, even if it's not like terrible, like it's easier to notice when you get to like those extreme levels. But even at those points, I start to feel myself like making a bubble around myself and pushing more stuff away. And I have actually been struggling really hard with my current work hours. Crazy thing is this week, I actually almost work normal hours. And my gosh, you guys have like, you know how normally on Mondays I've been like, I had like 1 hour to get ready and cook and I didn't finish eating and I didn't like everything I needed to do before stream started. I ended work an hour earlier than usual. You think that's not a big deal? It was, because I went food shopping, I cooked food, I ate the food, I had time to sit and chill and go to the next step. I had time to transition to the next thing. And it's like, some things that feel small can add up to these bigger things. And they can add up to something like needing to cancel stream because you just can't handle the feeling, the sensation of every second of your day being owned by other people. Even if, like, you're like me, I love streaming. I love hanging out with you guys. I love having this time to play games and stuff. I like the games I'm playing. But I just couldn't, like, I just needed to say no to something because I couldn't handle what things were at the moment. And it's really easy for me to feel similar with a lot of this stuff, actually. Like, some of these things I've conquered more or less, and some of these things I've conquered, but they'll like come back every once in a while. Like the loneliness thing, right? Make a list, I don't want a list, make a list, cross it off, you accomplished something. It's true, you accomplish things. It's great. And it's always about small steps for sure. And it's always about like recognizing as soon as you can that something's not okay and then doing something about it. And I'm actually fighting for my work hours to change. I'm fighting to change those meetings and fighting for the fact that it's not fair that like everything in our schedule is just beneficial to the people on our team in the US and not to us. Especially as our team grows. And I know I'll be changing to a team that's exclusively based in Poland, but that's going to take time, and it doesn't mean I should suffer the entire time. And yeah, well, no, it's just like I joined a team that was already based in the US because I was special in all the good and bad that means. Mostly good, honestly. I like the actual work I do, but there are frustrations because time zones. Didn't know how much that would be a big thing. But yeah, so it's that, and then like, oh yeah, hooray, loneliness. Yeah, that's a thing. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of connections. Sometimes I'm surrounded by too much people, too much social. I love it. But also, I miss deeper connections as well. There is still a lack of some things in my life that I crave. I no longer feel like I'm faking. I feel like I've done enough faking till I made it and built a thing, because faking it till you make it isn't about being fake. It's about building skills. It's about building skills in an environment where you have to practice, and practicing means doing something that feels uncomfortable. That's what being a noob is, right? But like, yeah, praxis, exactly. Yeah, I struggle still with pushing people away and feeling like I'm a bad person and I'm gonna hurt people and I'm gonna Not my friends, never my friends. It's the heavier, oh no, womance. I can't trust myself. I can't trust my own feelings. I can't trust my own stability. I can't trust my own ability to commit, to keep feeling something, to not just to be able to know what I'm gonna feel. I don't know. That's scary. So, weirdly, just keep getting reminded I'm not ready to deal with that. And that's okay. Oh, right? Yeah, it's like, can I even handle it? Oh gosh, especially like right now. I'm like, I'm putting like so much of my life right now into work and friends and all these other things that are wonderful and fantastic, but also I'm just like, literally, if I wanted to, if I had a romance in my life, where would it fit? And I wouldn't want to force anything to make it fit. Like, how would I even do that? It's my pain growing up was your life matters to other people more than your life matters to you. Don't hurt yourself, because oh boy. Bulldog, that is a 10 out of 10 relatable. I think I've mentioned this maybe ever before on stream, but it's like one of those things that like sticks in my head because I was raised religious. So in the religious place that I was raised, it was basically, I remember I was 6 years old and we were taught a super fun thing, the acronym JOY. J-O-Y. And it turns out to be that this acronym was the order of importance of people in your life. First is Jesus, first place, always the most important thing. Nothing's ever more important than Jesus. Religion, that's how it's going to be. Others, everyone else, every other person in the entire world is more important than you. You are the least important person. You are the least important person in the world, and everyone else matters more, and you need to serve others and do all these things for others, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, suffer because you need to make other people better. Suffer because you need to focus on what you can do for other people, because if you're not doing stuff for other people, you're completely useless, and you're bad, and you're selfish, and you're a bad person. Yeah, can't fluids, not a fixable problem, thusly not a problem. I mean, yeah, in some things you just kind of accept. Funny that my name's Jesus, yeah. It's true. Jesus, you just be like, oh, it's me, I'm on the top level. I feel like it's like Spain and Spanish the only thing. Oh no, it's very damaging, and that was my childhood. That was how I grew up, but like that was very brutal, and being told that that's a thing, and yeesh. Yeah. No, so you end up spending so much of your life being worried about being selfish, being worried about not doing enough, not being enough, not et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So basically I just sort of forced myself to be more and more selfish, because it turns out if I try to be selfish, I'm still usually not actually being selfish. Didn't know I had a religion. My dad was a pastor. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. He wasn't even like the pastor. He was like children's pastor. He taught the kiddos the propaganda to the children. My God. I got voluntold to do a lot of things. Oh yeah, female conditioning, also a thing, yes. If you are female shaped, if you are lady shaped growing up, you will be taught that your feelings, your opinions and stuff are generally secondary, and you should be thinking about how other people feel. It's super important. But also you kind of can tell how other people feel because you're taught to be in tune with how other people feel. So even if you're not taught to specifically care how other people feel, you're taught to pay attention. But once you start feeling that all the time, you go, oh man, that's bad. They feel bad because of me. Now I feel bad. And now me feeling bad makes them feel worse. So now I feel worse because me feeling bad makes them feel worse. Oh boy, we're in a circle. We're in a cycle. This is called a cycle of despair. It's bad. How do you break the pattern? How do you break the pattern and get out of it? Don't know. Just sort of try something different. Like with the game. Try something different. And also, telling yourself you're a bad person, that is a form of self-harm. It is emotional self-harm. Don't do it. Cheesecake. Great idea, actually. really punk attitude how we embrace religion. Spiritual in the most radical way possible without church's view. Yeah, that sounds totally different than what I experienced growing up for sure. Relationships are weird. It's like, where do I slot this in life? Can I handle this? How do I even start? When I start, am I good enough for it? Sometimes you'll get one or two of those. Sometimes you get all. Oh, or also one of my favorites is the constant fear of, will I even like them? Will I like them enough? Would I be enough for them? What if I stop liking them the way they like me? What if they like me more? What if I like them more? What if it's just uneven in this fundamental way and it ends up hurting people and hurting everyone and I end up hurting this person? Maybe it's just easier to just not let people be hurt by me. But then if you think that way, you also remove the other person's agency. And that's actually a thing that I've had to learn and I have to remind myself is like, if you worry so much about this relationship, like how you're going to affect the other person, you're kind of dehumanizing them. You're dehumanizing the secondary person and turning them into someone who's exclusively affected by you and your actions. And that's actually super not okay and not an okay thing to do to a person anyways. Like, you have to let people be people. You have to think, okay, well, if I hurt them, they can handle it, they'll be okay. Like, what's the other option? Hurt yourself? No. If they want you to hurt and you want, like, if they would want you to hurt instead of them being hurt, then they're not good for you either. It's like this thing where like you both gotta trust yourself to take care of yourself. You gotta trust them that they're gonna take care of themselves, and you gotta trust they gotta trust you to take care of yourself. You gotta trust you to take care of yourself, and vice versa. It's gotta be this constant thing of trust that everyone's gonna be okay and everything's gonna be okay because we're gonna individually make sure that we ourselves are okay. It shouldn't be the other way around. It shouldn't be, I'll take care of you, take care of me. It's like, I'll take care of me and you take care of you, and we'll meet in the middle. Am I too slow and have I missed the opportunities I had? Oh boy, missed opportunities. Yeah, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. Or like, if you're even remotely on like the demi-gray spectrum in any way, shape, or form, and you're like, will I even want that with a person ever, or like in a reasonable amount of time, and then will they also be good for me, and like will all the magical pieces actually go together at the right time that like something will work out? Who knows? Yeah, are you really that better than them to decide it for them? That's a good way to phrase it. Current relationship is never planned. We've been friends first, never thought about anything else. Best I've ever experienced. That is actually one of the best ways to go, is for something to evolve and develop naturally. It's kind of ideal, which is one of the problems with like dating apps as a concept. The problem, like, there's so many problems with it, but like one of them is like when you put something in this place of like, here's an application that says we're in a situation where we're evaluating each other and thinking about a potential relationship. You're not like fully able to just sort of accept them as a person and see if they fit in your life and see if it just kind of matches. It's a cool way to meet new people, sure. But if you are actively using it to look for a relationship, you're gonna have most exclusively heartbreak because it's gonna feel weird and wrong and forced. You stop planning, you stop filtering. Literally, everyone, is this person potentially that? Yeah, exactly. Like, stop being in that mindset of, is this a person? Is this the person? It's like, you want to notice opportunities and like consider actually allowing yourself to be vulnerable and trying stuff. That one's the hard one for me. I feel like at this point I've been hurt enough recently, quoties, not recently, like past few years, basically. I've been hurt enough and had enough hurt and hurt enough others that like, I'm like, if I like smell the chances of like, oh, what if someone actually like wants me like that? I immediately want to run away as fast as possible. It's weird because I didn't used to be like that, but now I super am. I'm the kind of person now who's just like, oh, maybe they have a feeling for me. Uh-oh, that's bad. That's not a good thing. Oh boy, let's not do that. Nope. Let's make sure that we pretend that we have no idea that they maybe have a feeling. Oof. Yeah, missed opportunity is both on relationships, other aspects. Someone's kind of realizing their level Demi. Yeah. So many people I want to know better. Yep, and little to none of the people I really click with that way. Haha, yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm some flavor of Demi. It does make things way harder. Like way, way, way harder. Which is normally fine because friendships are, in the end, to me, way more important anyways. They last longer, I feel like. You know. Start doing things you love to meet the people you love. That's pretty much ideal. Also, if you just can like find someone that's just already going to be a part of your life. I mean, this is how people make friends and stuff too, right? A date using Rent-A-Room app. What? Why use a dating app to date when you can use a dating app to get people? Exactly. Friends and D&D. That sounds better. And actually you can use the dating apps for friends, and a lot of people do it, and I think it's actually one of the more successful things that have ever happened. So I've ever used apps and made friends, and I've only made friends from it too, honestly. I've really only made friends from those apps, and I don't think I would ever want anything else. Board game nights. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting, there's like some board game nights that have been happening here. I've like literally, before I moved here, I was going out of my way to try to find all the local like roleplay groups, like tabletop roleplay groups and board game groups and all this stuff. And I added myself to a bunch of lists, so I would keep getting pinged with a bunch of that stuff. And I am not even kidding. Not only was I sick for a month and unable to go anywhere or do anything, but then now I'm extremely busy. So I don't even have the energy or desire to like go full forth into that. But also like language exchange groups, I love too. Love language exchange stuff. I mean, yeah, I can definitely share some of those board game or tabletop groups that I saw. I mean, I can't validate them. I don't know anyone there, and I never went there, so I can't say it's awesome, but like, I feel like it's very possible, so Google's pretty great. Friend apps are more fun. True, but the thing is, sometimes meeting off like a friend app is also then you just get people who are like super flaky, which is fine, because like, I'm flaky too. So I think everyone just kind of is, because everyone has so little time and so much stuff to do. It's just kind of hard to find the right thing at the right time where you can actually like find the energy it takes to build something with a new person while also like doing stuff for yourself sometimes and not drowning under all the everything. So I'm scared we'll be harmed. I want to protect your need for physical safety. The whole world seems dangerous. So full of tragedy and evil. More thoughts, human? Let's expose ourselves to more danger. I feel like I just want to say thank you. Because, like, this is one where it's like, I don't feel like there's much we can do to really protect ourselves from this stuff. And I don't like adrenaline either. Gratitude. Yep. Romance is simply the highest form of friendship affection. But there's also like a magical threshold that if you go over it, then suddenly everything's different forever and you can't undo it. But that doesn't need to be true, but it is a lot of the time. And it's more like once that barrier is passed, I can't control how I feel and I can't control how the other person feels. And then everyone is way more likely to get hurt and way more hurtable, and everything's much more vulnerable and scarier. So there's that. So thank you. Wait, no arguments for or against what I'm feeling? Just thank you? Yeah. Thank you for showing your concern for my physical safety. Oh, that is actually very sweet. You okay? You've never said thank you to me before. Oh, you big fuzzy wuzzy panic wolf. Okay. I think we've talked about all our fears now. Yeah, there are only 3 fears. Yep, exactly 3. Convenient. This isn't some game, you know. Building a healthy relationship with your emotions isn't as simple as clicking buttons on a screen. Can we really get along? Can we work together as a team? Oh, yes, it is a sandwich. It's a very large sandwich, actually, if you compare it to the size of the person. No, excuse me. Would you mind if I sat with you for lunch? This is your crush. You interrupt their peace and quiet. We're such a burden. I mean, it's okay if not, just... Yeah, of course, come here. Be welcoming. Hang on, human, they seem uncomfortable. No pressure, of course. Just saying, you can sit here if you want. We always make others feel awkward. We're a stain upon the earth. Run, 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 run. Huh. That was weird. Wonder what's going on in their head. Anyway, you were saying? I forget. Something about teams and work. They say you should make peace with your emotions if your emotions are war criminals. That's a saying. But I want us to make more than mere peace. I want us to be allies. I want to be a good guard dog. Just like how hunger and thirst are alarms for your physical needs. I want to be the alarm for your psychological needs, your needs for safety, belonging, goodness. But suck at my job, so I need you to train me? That is true. I'm not always valid, nor always irrational. I'm just trying my best, so please help me help you. Though teaching an old dog new tricks will take a while, maybe years. And sometimes I'll relapse, I'll slip into my old habits. I'll bark at shadows, I'll scare you with words. I might even show you some intrusive images of things. I'm sorry. I'm a battered shelter dog. Battered dogs poop on your bed sometimes. But if you're patient with me and just stay and sit with me, maybe you can tame this wolf. Good dog. I mean, they could definitely expand upon this. You're still not productive while eating. We're society parasites. And their pigeon. A pigeon, anxiety pigeon sounds fascinating. An ever-changing spectrum. True. It's true. It's a fun way to see it. Sugoi. Anyway. Oh, look at this. This is fun. This was, fun. Yeah, no, this was important, I think. It's funny, 30 minutes, yeah. Hour 45. So, okay, maybe it's just the one game today, and we'll do the other game next week. 1 in 27 humans have an anxiety disorder, but of those, many do heal. They find help, share help, and build a healthy relationship with their fear. Did you see the redhead girl animal as an elephant? No, I didn't. I didn't realize it was the elephant in the room. I did not see the elephant in the room. More of my stuff. What other stuffs do you have? Oh god, it's big. Dubbing here. I am dubbing for sure. Just for actual actors. Yeah. I mean, I do enjoy dubbings as well. I like typing too, and typing is also good for like uh this is fun. How we trust each other. Nutshell. Explorable explanations. Learning through play. AI safety for fleshy humans. Plushy patterns with Play-Doh. Oh, that's kind of fun. Human brains are awesome. Human brains. Yes, all those are true. Well, I don't think I can like finish it, but I can mess around with this for a few minutes before we quit for today. Become what we behold. During World War I, peace broke out. It was Christmas 1914 on the Western Front. Despite strict orders not to chillax with the enemy, British and German soldiers left their trenches, crossed no man's land, and gathered to bury their dead, exchange gifts, and play games. Meanwhile, it's 2017, the West has been at peace for decades, and wow, we suck at trust. Survey shows that over the past 40 years, fewer and fewer people say they trust each other. So here's our puzzle. Why, even in peacetime, do friends become enemies? Why, even in wartime, do enemies become friends? Hey, the West has not been at peace for decades. Correct! It's America. America has been at peace for decades. I think game theory can help explain our epidemic of trust. You have one choice. In front of you is a machine. If you put a coin in it's the prisoner's dilemma. If you put a coin in the machine, the other player gets 3 coins and vice versa. You can either choose to cooperate or cheat. Oh, I remember they watched a really cool video about this one. Generally, you want to do tit for tat, actually, but we're just going to be cooperative. Say the other player cheats and doesn't put a coin in. What should you do? I mean, in a game, you should actually cheat. You should punish things. You go, Fantasy. I see you. Why let that moocher mooch off you? If you cooperate and they cheat, you lose a coin while they gain 3. However, if you both cheat, that neither of you gain or lose anything. Therefore, you should cheat. If they cooperate, you should cooperate. Yeah, tit for tat. Sure, seems like the right thing to do. Or is it? If you both cooperate, you both give up a coin to gain 3. But if you cheat and they cooperate, you should gain 3 coins. Therefore, you should still cheat. That's not actually true. That's our dilemma. Trust is nice, but it can let others take advantage of you or shoot you as you come unarmed out of a trance. Sometimes distrust is rational, but what happens if we play this game more than once? Let's play for real. Okay, pick your first real move. Choose wisely. So we're gonna play tip. So I'm gonna show you guys the video of this, probably not on stream. I'll probably put it on the Discord. It's like this video about like, they basically made bots to play this kind of game. And they tried to see which bot had what strategy to win the most. Is basically just a version of tit for tat. So, but it's not exclusively tit for tat. It's like, welcome to Breath of World. It's like a tit for double tat or tat for double tit. It's really, I'm not sure how to word those in game theory with deep learning. Cooperate. Okay, we cooperate. Because, like, actually, if everyone just keeps cooperating, we keep winning. Ah, this is a different person. This person might always cheat. Okay. Tit for tat. Yep. I mean, I'm always gonna choose cooperate. Unless I don't have to. That's how I roll. I feel like this is not how I'm supposed to play the game. Yeah, I think this one's tit for tat. Basically, you punish them when they do a bad thing, but then you just keep cooperating. Okay, yep. Copycat. Hello, yeah, pretty good. The lowest and highest possible scores are 7 and 49. Yeah, I did pretty good. Yeah, see you. Thanks for joining. It was really nice to hang out. And I hope you get some thinky thoughts to take away from the indie game. So, who are these strange characters you just played against? Start with cooperate, afterwards just copy whatever you did in the last round. Grudger. Yep. Listen, partner, I'll start cooperating, keep cooperating. If you ever cheat me, I'll cheat you back till the incarnation. The strong shall eat the weak. Let's be best friends. Always cooperate. And first I analyze you. Cooperate, cheat, cooperate. If you cheat back, I'll act like copycat. If you never cheat back, I'll act like always cheat to exploit you. Elementary. Not to your words. Yeah, exactly. What if they were to play against each other? It's tournament time. Who do you think will get the high score? It's gonna be Detective. Place your bet on Detective. Let's go through the matches one by one, see how the tournament plays out. Oh, yeah, copycat versus always cheats. Yep. Cheats wins. By the way, maybe skeptical about that Christmas true story about the World War I trenches. Surely that was just a fluke. Yep, the truce was dramatic, but it was neither unique nor unusual. Oh. Not every trench joined in the peace, but it was pretty widespread. Many front lines came up with the idea independently again, despite specific strict orders not to. Define getting the highest score as your goal in the group. That's true. Otherwise, ethics get really weird. That is true. In fact, even before Christmas, several front lines had already established an unofficial secret peace. They called it the live and let live system. Basically, you don't shoot me, I don't shoot you. This worked in a lot of places. You may still be skeptical. Most soldiers don't spontaneously form peace with the enemy. What's so special about trench warfare? Well, here's what's unique about the trenches. Unlike almost every other form of war, you have to face the same specific soldiers every day. It's a repeated game. That makes all the difference. Anyway, the winner is Copycat. That's kind of true. Copycat goes by many names. Golden Rule, Reciprocal Altruism, Tit for Tat. Okay, so this is their Tit for Tat, okay. Live and let live. That's why peace could emerge in the trenches of World War I. When you're forced to play the same game with the same specific people over and over, Copycat doesn't just win the battle, it wins the war. But if things change a lot when you play multiple rounds of the same game, what if we play multiple tournaments? Them all play against each other to tally up the scores. Eliminate the losers. Yeah, there's a video about this. Yeah, I can link this game in Discord and also the anxiety game. I mean, I'll be finishing soon regardless. Almost done, actually. No, I feel like I will be. Other bite-sized games like this. I mean, I don't really know these two. These are the two. I don't even know this one. I never heard of this. And repeat for as long as you like. Note, you don't have to wait for people to literally die and reproduce. It's all that need is unsuccessful to go away and successful behaviors are eliminated. Mm-hmm. Say we start with this. Always cooperates. Who will think you win the first tournament? Start with cooperate. Copycat. I still think Copycat, why not again? Oh, right, the cheaters went against the... Oh, okay. Eliminate the bottom 5. Copycat did not win, but at least they didn't do as bad as always cooperate. They got eaten up by always cheat, whose numbers now have increased by 5. Let's try a few more rounds of this. Oh, it's gonna be very bad now. Eliminate the bottom 5. Always cheat is still growing at the expense of always cooperate. Now we're gonna end up in a case very quickly where everyone loses. Yeah, everybody loses. Eliminate the bottom 5. Reproduce top 5. Yeah, in the end, it's still the copycats. Who are nice, but not naive. Yep, Discord always has more answers than just straight up people on stream. Yeah, the cheaters eventually die, but And now everyone's effectively all cooperate. In the long run, you were right. Copycat wins. Always cheat may have won in the short run, but its exploitativeness was its downfall. This reminds me of a quote, "We are punished by our sins, not for them." And by the way, this result is similar even if we put Grudger and Detective back in. Oh, the cheaters go away much faster. Yep, it's always tit for tat. Sometimes a few Grudgers might stick around when all players except Grudger and Copycat are eliminated, the two tie. Seems the math of the game theory is telling us Copycat's philosophy, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, is not just a moral truth but also a mathematical truth. Here's the problem. Look around. The world's full of total jerkwads. If Copycat is the strategy in this repeated game of trust that's so powerful, even the soldiers in World War II trenches independently evolved a similar strategy called live and let live. Why then are there so many untrusting, untrustworthy people? What's causing our epidemic of untrust? Clues in the sentence. In this repeated game of trust. Only talked about the change in the players. What about change in the game? What could lead to the evolution of distrust? Making it way more beneficial to cheat. Everything goes to heck. Let's start with something nice. Here's a world filled entirely with always cooperate except for one always cheat and one copycat. As you know, Copycat wins handily in the long run under our current rules. But that's under our current rules, which say that players play against each other for 10 rounds per match. Do they still round with the same number of rounds? Okay. Go faster. Yeah. "20 rounds per match. Should still be Copycat in the end." Yeah. So what if it's 1? Oh, we got rid of a Copycat. That's bad, yeah. Yeah, if you get eliminated real fast, then yeah, you end up with just nothing but cheaters. Interesting, okay. If you don't play enough rounds, 5 or less, always cheat dominates. When Americans were asked how many close friends they had, the most common answer was 3. In 2004, the most common answer was 0. We now have fewer friends across class, racial, economic, and political lines because we have fewer friends, period. Just as you discovered for yourself, the fewer repeat interactions there are, the more distrust will spread. And no, mass media doesn't count. It must be two-way interactions between specific individuals. And it gets worse. There's another way to breed distrust. There are the payoffs for the trust game. With the normal payoffs, Copycat wins. But now if we change the reward, both cooperate reward from 2 to 1, then click start. Even though 1 is still more than the punishment for cheating, what happens? Same thing happens with a lower win-win reward. Always cheat takes over. Game theory has 2 powerful ideas about this. A zero-sum game. This is sadly the most common belief that the gain for us must come at a loss to them and vice versa. A non-zero-sum game. This is when people make the hard effort to create a win-win situation. Without the non-zero-sum game, trust cannot evolve. Speaking of which, let's take a look now at our third and final berry, the evolution of trust. As cool as Copycat is, it has a huge fatal weakness I haven't mentioned yet. To understand the problem, let's say 2 copycats are playing against each other. Both of them will cooperate. And normally they just pay back each other's kindness. Mistakes, miscommunication, misinterpretations, accidents happen all the time in real life. But if the other person doesn't think it was an accident, the the other player, being a copycat, had to retaliate. That's why it should be tit for double tat, where like they have to do it twice in a row. If they cheat you twice in a row. Hello, I'm like the copycat, except I cheat back. Yep, the copy kitten is better. The first one could be a mistake. Try to start cooperate. If you cooperate back, I do the same thing as last move, even if it mistake. If you cheat back, I do opposite thing as last move, even if mistake. Monkey, robot, ninja, random. Copy kitten. All right, you bet copy kitten wins. Thing is, it might get eliminated early on. Oh, it got eliminated. What, Simpleton? Wait. Simpleton wins. It's actually capable of exploiting always cooperate. They both start cooperating, but if Simpleton makes a mistake and cheats, since always cooperate never retaliates, it'll keep cheating them. Let's try. Instead of half always cooperate, it's half always cheat. It's much less forgiving, more hostile environment. Okay, Copycat is the best for like one of them. I don't know which one it will be. Nope. You were right, Copy Kitten wins this time. That's surprising that with even meaner starting population, Copy Kitten, a more forgiving version of Copycat, was the most successful. So forgiving it doesn't even entirely wipe out Copycat, it shares room. In this case, a bit of miscommunication, 5% chance of mistakes each round, could lead to more forgiveness, but this is true for all levels. If this is true for all levels of miscommunication, no. Okay, so what's it at right now? 19% chance they make a mistake. Yep. Who wins? The cheaters. That's a lot of mistakes. Oh man, miscommunication is big. Results turn something like this. 0%, the fair copycat wins. At 1% to 9%, the forgiving copy kitten wins. At 10% to 49%, the unfair, unforgiving, always cheat wins. 50%, nobody wins ever. This is why miscommunication is such an interesting barrier to trust. A little bit of it leads to forgiveness, but too much and it leads to widespread distrust. I think our modern media technology, as much as it's helped us increase communication, has increased our miscommunication even more. Let's experiment with all the numbers, all the knobs, and slider in the sandbox mode. Nah, I'm not gonna stick in there very long. This game is actually a very cool version of that, that video. The payoffs and the rules. Just to put a bunch of people together. Sandbox mode is totally optional. Just kind of want to see who wins in this default. Unrest match, 5% chance of making a mistake. Okay, so it's Copy Kitten, generally speaking, if you have this. What we learned today. Game theory has shown us 3 things we need for the evolution of trust. Repeat interactions. Trust keeps a relationship going, but you need the knowledge of possible future repeat interactions before trust can evolve. Possible win-wins. You must both be playing a non-zero-sum game where it's at least possible that both players can be better off, a win-win. Low miscommunication. If the level of miscommunication is too high, trust breaks down. When there's a little bit of miscommunication, it pays to be more forgiving. Of course, real-world trust is affected by much more than this. There's reputation, shared values, etc., 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 and the biggest lesson of all. There's one big takeaway from all of game theory, it's this. What the game is defines what the players do. It's our problem. Our problem today isn't just that people are losing trust, it's that our environment acts against the evolution of trust. This may seem cynical or naive, that we're merely products of our environment, but as game theory reminds us, we are each other's environment. In the short run, the game defines the players. In the long run, it's us players who define the game. So do what you can do to create the conditions necessary to evolve trust. Build relationships, find win-wins, communicate clearly. Maybe then we can stop firing at each other, get out of our own trenches, cross no man's land to come together, and all learn to live and let live. Right. perfect! What perfect way to end that, actually. Watching the Markiplier play this. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm gonna put a video I saw about this on the chat too, but also just kind of links to these games. Because they're good. This is good. What a nice time. I mean, this one, the second one I definitely rushed through, and definitely you can play with it more and take more of a thought about it. And I did that exclusively because I wanted to make sure I still had me time after stream today. Well, it's not really me time. I basically just have to get ready for bed, but still, you know, I'm gonna chat with you. Oh, for sure. Honestly, I feel like you can definitely talk to this person and they would be more than happy to actually have a discussion with people about stuff. Time zones might get a little funky chunky, but like, it might be worth a shot. At minimum, you could probably get them to send an email. So, answer some specific questions. Something not time zone based, but worth giving it a shot. But yeah, so that was today. We did not end up playing Baba Is You, but I guess that'll be next week then. No, wait, actually, no, there's a different game I want to play first. I want to play the milk inside of a bag of milk inside of a bag of milk one. So it's another... We're gonna do another heavy game first, but honestly, those have been some of my favorites to do, are just like the heavy games that make me think and feel and have opinions. Conversations. Cat parked the queue. Oh, well, I'll see why. You'll have to convince me. Which is fine. It can be on the queue somewhere. It's not. I'm not saying like, oh, it's you know, you have to make me play it. No. I just mean like, oh, silly 20 minutes games. Oh, I'm in. Please send me a link to that. That sounds perfect for next week, because if I'm doing one short game, I should do 2 short games. Because like I can start Baba Is You whenever, but it's really better if I can just like start and stop the same sort of thing in one stream. So, but yeah. So like I said, thank you everyone for hanging out. I look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday, if you'll be there with me, and if not, next week, or somewhere in the future. Oh, fake news. Yeah, let's send me that link. Send me the link. That sounds fun. Let's definitely do it. Have feeling games. Good night, everyone.